Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony Speaks the Morning Show. I'm Tony T with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, giving out live replays for today's card. And on today's show, we're going to have picks for here from this NBA card, 10-game card today, triple header from the NBA. Take note, late night game tonight, 9:30 Eastern Time on NBC, Thunder and Nuggets. So that should be a good one. Late night here in NBA, a little different than we're used to with this new television lineup. We get some late night Sunday action. Also, card from college hoops, a handful of good games there. Hockey, as well as we near the Olympic break, as we flip over to February. It's a short month. That means toward the end of the month, we'll get right into conference tournaments action, and March Madness not too far away. So looking forward to this month of February. It usually flies by, and appreciate everybody here joining us here on the show. And if you would give us a like, a thumbs up, we greatly appreciate it. It really helps us build up our audience when we do that. So shout out to everybody here in the chat today. Ray Gibson, Kellogg, good morning to you as well. Hope to see some relief from this crazy storms across the country. But we'll get through it here. Let's say hello to the Cappers, get right to the show and right to the picks because we don't mess around here on the Tony's Picks Morning Show. Chris, what's going on?
Oh, not much. Glad to be back. Finished out the month there. 3-1 yesterday. Had 2-1 in college basketball. Auburn couldn't get it done for us, but we did cash our best bet in the NBA with the Mavs hanging on there at the very the end there. So good 3-1 day there, and just ready to get to it.
Ready to get to it indeed. Let's say hello to El Nino. Sal, what's going on?
Yeah, had another speed bump, I guess, yesterday. Another 0-2 day for me. So I guess I cooled off here as the weather has around here as well. But looking for a big bounce back. Got a play I really like in the NBA today, so looking for a big bounce back there.
All right, let's do it. Let's say hello. We start the month here. Hello to Solo. What's happening?
All right, what's going on, everybody? Happy to be here. Happy Sunday. Had a huge card yesterday, fired, dropped some games, still went plus money. I think we made about 1 or 2 units, but nice little card. A little lighter today, but let's make some money.
Let's make some money indeed. Yeah, I missed the mode here. Yeah, we're heading into Super Bowl week. With all the noise that we get, and I just want to get to the game. That's how I look at it. It's a one game as well. So we got a lot of picks and bets to make for that Super Bowl. And, we've been covering college basketball since the start of the season in November. Same thing with the NBA. So we'll get right to it. I guess here in this block here, we'll do 4, 4, and 2 in this block for today. We'll start with Bucks Celtics in the NBA. Celtics 13.5, total 217. Bulls and the Heat. Again, these guys have been playing. These guys are, I guess they're just doing their entire series here in this week here. The Heat laying 4, total 236. Jazz and Raptors. Raptors an 11-point favorite, total 234.5. Won the block with the Kings and the Wizards. That's right. The Kings are a road favorite. 2.5 on the road, total 229. Of course, there was some noise there. DeAndre Hunter going over there in that trade. Keon Ellis has been shipped out of Sacramento. That trade came in last night in case you missed it there. So there's some of the news there. Milwaukee and Schroeder also leaving as well. They're changing uniforms again. Let's hope he doesn't change uniforms 3 times like he did. Was it last year when they traded him 3 times? It was insane there.
Around a lot, but he's got
he moves. Yeah, but he got paid. I think he made $44 million on a 3-year contract, so he got paid pretty good there. Bucks
got some experience.
He has some experience, no doubt about that. Bucks and Celtics here. We got, of course, Giannis, Porter, Prince out. Harris is probable. Tatum still showing up out. Of course, there's some question marks whether or not he's going to return next year because they've been asking him and he hasn't been. He's not sure. Nets and Pistons here. We got Clowney, Highsmith, Williams out for Brooklyn. LeVert questionable. Cunningham is probable there for Detroit. Bulls and the Heat again in this one. For the Chicago Bulls, let's see here what we got going here. I got a bunch of pop-ups coming up on me. Injury report. Here we go. In this one, we got Collins and Trey Jones out for Chicago. We got Giddey, Saric, Smith, White questionable. Vucevic here is probable. For Miami, it's Rozier out. Hero is doubtful. Powell and Mitchell, who didn't play yesterday, I believe, they're both questionable for this game. And this has been a rough one to figure out with all these injuries in this series. It's almost like a playoff series the way these teams have been playing so much. Kings and Wizards here. We've got Sacramento, no Murray, Westbrook, Monk, DeAndre Hunter, the new addition. He is questionable there. So Monk, Westbrook, Hunter, questionable. Murray is out there. Of course, Keon Ellis and Schroeder shipped out. For the Wizards, there'll be no Johnson, Vucevic, and Trae Young out. Sarr is questionable. And also in this block, we have Utah and Toronto. I think I gave you Brooklyn. I shouldn't have given you the Brooklyn game because that's in the next block. But anyway, Utah, Toronto. Here we got Harkless and Yang out. George, Love, Nurkic, questionable. On the Toronto side, no Hepburn and Poto still out. We start here with Chris.
You look at this Milwaukee-Boston. It's a lot of lumber for Boston to be laying there. I know Milwaukee's free falling, but a lean to Milwaukee. I just don't trust Boston to get it done on that. Utah, Toronto, definitely watching that Keontae George information there with the Raptors were like almost pretty healthy there, especially RJ Barrett back in there. I'd almost take the 11 with Toronto there. I just like them a little bit better than I do the Jazz. Sacramento, Washington, definitely the gin game there for me. I had to lean aside, take Washington points. You can take them on the money line either way. I just don't like this Kings team. And then really tired of this Chicago-Miami series, so I'll take Chicago with the plus points just to finish it off.
There you go there from Chris. We move on over to Ninos.
Yeah, I think obviously I'm not interested in laying 2 touchdowns. I think if you want to back the Celtics here, I kind of like them to win both halves. And if you don't like that bet, I also kind of like an under. Both teams trending heavily that way. Boston is 29-19 the under. Milwaukee 28-18 the under. And again, no Giannis. And again, if this one is a blowout, it could be some long possessions, just running the clock late for the Celtics. So kind of like the points and the under, and that one's pretty low total. So I'm not going to go too crazy with it. But that's the way I'm looking at that one. I agree with Chicago here getting the points. It looks like both teams going to get some players back for this one, or at least the Bulls will. Powell's still questionable. That's the big question mark, I guess, for the Heat. But either way, I like the Bulls there with the points. And, yeah, maybe a slight lean to the under in that Kings-Wizards game. But, again, not one I'm rushing the bet there. Both teams just trending slightly the under.
There we go with Ninos to move on over to Solo.
Yeah, Bucks and the Celtics. Bucks have been struggling, definitely banged up without Giannis and Porter, like you attested to. They really just can't score. Boston plays with a slower pace. They play a little defense. I would probably lean toward the under. The spread just a little too high. Just can't back the Bucks. The Nets and the Pistons. I actually kind of think the Nets are kind of live in this one. They've been playing good ball of late. I know they struggled later on in the week when they played the Suns and the Knicks. They scored 70, 75 points a couple games ago. But Porter been shooting the ball the last couple games. They're fighting, they're scrappy. They're going to fire to the end. Let's take the Nets with the points. And the Wizards, I like the Wizards, but I don't like backing them without Sarr. I think he's the best player. The Kings are getting around to that magic number. I think they've lost 8 straight. So, when you get around 8, 9, you always want to take those teams in the money line. Veteran squad, I think they'll get one. Let's take the Kings on the money line.
There it was Solo. So what do you think about these games? Yeah, I don't want to lay this big number here with the Celtics. I know it's tough to trust Milwaukee, but I lean Milwaukee in this one. A little better defense here a little good defense over the past 2 weeks there with Milwaukee allowing 45% shooting, 35% from 3. Celtics shooting slump here over the past 2 weeks, just over 44% overall. I'll look at them in that spot. Yeah, I'll look to take the points with the Magic here. Spurs have failed to cover 6 of 8. It's the 3-point shooting that's going wrong here for this Spurs team over this period. Just over 33% from 3 over the past 2 weeks. You got rest advantage for Magic. I'll look for them in this spot. There, just too many injuries for me in that Heat and Bulls series. It's been a tough one to pick. These injury reports have been way, way too long to trust anybody there.
Second, third game with them. I know they played 3 straight, right?
Is it 3 straight? I think it might be the 4th game, right? They had to make up a game, something to that 3rd game. That's a good question. They played a lot this week. Feels like a playoff series there. The way we've gone. Sacramento 3-22 on the road. I'm not in any hurry to lay them as a road favorite. So I can only like the Wizards here in that plus price. All right, let's continue here on the Toix Morning Show. As we continue on, we'll go to Block 2 here. In Block 2, we got the Nets and Pistons. The Pistons laying 13 in this one, total 215. I did it again, right? I gave out Magic Spurs. Should have waited to the next block. Okay, Magic and Spurs here. Spurs laying 5.5, total 224. Lakers and Knicks. This is your, I believe it's the I got these ESPN and
NBC.
NBC game. This is NBC, right? NBC, that's right. This is the NBC game. The Knicks 4.5 and 5, total 229. Clippers and Suns in this one. We've got this one here with the Suns 3, total 213.5. Cavs and Trailblazers. Cavs on the road laying 3, total 230.5. And your late night game over on NBC, Thunder and Nuggets I'm sorry, we don't need to go this far. We're only going to do 4 in this block. So Cavs, Trailblazers, Thunder, and Nuggets will be the second block. The third block. So this block, Nets, Pistons, Magic, Spurs, Lakers, Knicks, Clippers, and Suns. Let's take a look at the injury reports here from these games. Here, see what we've got up here. All right, we're going to go to we already gave you the Nets that Nets injury report. Utah, Toronto. We've got Harkless, Nang out. George, Love, Nurkic questionable for the Raptors. Hepburn, Portal out. Lakers and Knicks. James and Reeves are questionable. I'm sorry, Bronny James. I got to get that right. Bronny James and Reeves are questionable, and it's T-Row that's out for LA. So a little upgrade here on Reeves. McBride out for the Knicks. Next up, we look at Magic Spurs. Castleton and Franz Wagner out for the Magic. So Khan is questionable there. We go to Clippers and Suns. In this one, it's Jones, Paul, Washington out here for Clippers. Booker out, Green questionable. So we got you covered for these 4. We go back to Chris.
Okay, looking at Orlando and San Antonio there. Give me Orlando there. I mean, Spurs just 2 and 5 in their last 7 there. Seem to be struggling a little bit there. So I'll take the points on the road to the Magic. Give me the Knicks against this Lakers team. I usually back the Knicks as long as Josh Hart's in there. I can deal with that. So give me the Knicks at home to cover the 4.5 there. And then let's see where else we got. LA, Phoenix. Give me LA. It's a short number. I'll take it with them as opposed to Phoenix right now.
There we go with Chris. Move on to down Ninos. You're on mute out.
Sorry, the dog decided it was playtime, but told him he had to wait a minute. Or was trying to tell him that. But anyways, yeah, kind of like the points with the Jazz there. I think the Raptors just laying a couple too many. Again, if you really must back the Raptors, I'd rather do the win both halves than lay double digits. But I kind of like the points there with the Jazz. Lakers, Knicks, I think this one goes over the total. Lakers 26 and 20 at the over. And again, still not playing much defense there. And, well, I guess we talked a little bit about Cat being more of an offensive big than much of a rim protector. So I think the Lakers can get theirs as well here. And yeah, I really like the points with the Magic. I like this one quite a bit. Probably my favorite free play of the day here. Good spot with the rest advantage, and I think they show up to play here against Wemby and the Spurs. So I'll take the points with the Magic there.
And there we go with Alanitos. Next up, we move on over to Solo.
Yeah, we'll stay right there. The Magic and the Spurs. I understand Chris and Al on the Magic. I just don't trust them. Nor that I trust the Spurs. I think this pace is slower. When they take this total under 225. Just don't think the Magic can score with Wagner out. I know they got Bane, but he really can't create his own shot. He's a catch-and-shoot guy. Apollo's kind of a little overrated to me, not a fan. I think points at premium, take this total under. Lakers have actually owned the Knicks, so do what you do with that one. I would take the money line. And I like the way the Clippers have been playing ball lately. I know Phoenix plays well at home. They're still banged up. I think Kawhi Leonard probably neutralizes Brooks a little bit. I don't think the Suns have anybody outside of Jalen Green that can really create their own shot or set the table for the others. I think Clippers play a little defense. They can test the shot, they rebound. Let's take the Clippers on the money line.
There we go with Solo. I'll tell you what I think here. Some of these games here. I'll look at Brooklyn here taking all those points here. Detroit's having the issue making those threes over the past 2 weeks, just 32%. They need perimeter shooting badly there if they want a deep run in the playoffs there, especially if Tatum comes back for Boston.
They need to bring old boy back from last year, the one that was gambling. What's his name?
Oh, yeah.
He was shooting a 3. Beasley,
yeah. Yeah. They need a three-point shooter badly out there. There's some Keon Ellis can hit the 3. I guess they didn't want to get rid of some prospects or some players there. But,
Beasley's not suspended, right? Wasn't he cleared?
That's a good question. There was a Rozier and Beasley, right? Beasley, I know I think
that's
Beasley's still up in limbo. I think Beasley might have been cleared. Yeah. No, but then they were cleared by the league, but then the feds got involved.
Oh.
That's what happened. So once the feds got involved, the NBA said, well, if you're going to investigate, we're not going to put our money in. Why should we spend money investigating it?
Beasley cleared from federal investigation.
Yeah.
So
I remember he was mad because remember he had like a $60 million deal on the table. They pulled the deal. He didn't get the money. And then by the time he got cleared, all the money
was that from the feds? The feds cleared him, or was it the league?
Yeah.
The feds said,
okay.
He's cleared. Okay. Yeah. Got to look a little deeper, see what's going on with that. Yeah, because they definitely need 3-point shooting, no doubt about that. I can look at the Nets there in that spot. Also, give me the Knicks here. I don't trust the Lakers against good teams. And usually if they lose, they get blown out. That's the thing with the Lakers. They either blow you out or they get blown out. So I don't mind laying the points here with this Knicks team. Knicks have been pretty hot at home. They're a good home team. Of course, as we said, Josh Hart in the lineup makes the difference here. They've covered 5 straight with good defense. And the Lakers, good defense. Well, good defense comes against teams that can't shoot. That's kind of when Knicks can shoot the basketball. So I'll take a look here at the Knicks in that one. Yeah, I like the Clippers here in this spot. There is no Booker here, especially when you got a pretty healthy Clippers team. You're gonna need Booker in there, no doubt about that. So I'll look at the Clippers, who have been shooting the ball pretty well here. Suns have failed to cover 3 of 5. Poor 3-point shooting there has been their cause here, but Clippers have covered 8 of 11. Defense has been sharp here for this Clippers team. I'll look at them in the spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony More Show. Close that NBA with these final 2. Cavs and Blazers. Cleveland on the road 3. We're seeing 3.5s pop up, 3 and juice as well. Total 230.5. Thunder Nuggets. One of the bigger games here. Your NBC game late night, 9:40
That line
Eastern.
is moving too, right?
That line is moving. The Thunder from 4 now up to 8 in this one. We're seeing 7.5s pop up in this one. Total 223.5. That morning, that opening line yesterday was 4.5. So
is Joker out? I mean, I see 8.5.
No, he's probable. So
let's take a look here. Let me hit the old refresh. See what's going on with his injury report. Because let's see what we got here. Let's see what we have here. So for OKC, it's Caruso, Mitchell, Topic, the good Jalen Williams are out. For Denver, it's Bates, Gordon, Johnson out. We know Gordon's going to be out for a while there. Braun is doubtful. Jokic and Murray are both probable. They still have the probable tag in that one, but we knew Gordon's been out for a while. He's going to have – I think he's getting reevaluated in about a week or so. But nothing yet on Joker. Let me hit the Joker. Let me see if there's anything on Joker here, because likely to face OKC, and his tag is probable with a knee. Let's see. 16,
I don't ever remember Joker getting 8.5 points at home.
Yeah, bone bruise. Well, left knee bone bruise is why he missed, right? So anytime you see knee next to someone, you always worry about that. But if he's cleared to play, the Nuggets will continue to monitor his playing time. He played 25 minutes in his first game back. So that's probably the issue there. People are saying, well, you're not going to get a full 35, 38 minutes from Jokic. You may just get 25. So
you said 8.5?
I see 8.5.
8
for what?
I saw 8 with OKC. 8.
Oh, getting 8.5 points. Sorry, yeah, I thought that was his prop.
No, we've seen this line steam up here. 8 and 15 now. So yeah, we see some buyback on the 8.5. So yeah, it's 8 there. So big number in this one. There. We'll go over to Chris.
On that Cleveland-Portland game, definitely be watching that Avia news there. I think he's a big contributor for the Trailblazers there in that one. If he goes, I'm taking the points with the Trailblazers. If not, probably leave it alone. Yeah, concerning on the Thunder Nuggets game, I guess watch it, see what happens there. But I'm just not a fan of this Thunder team. Failed to cover the last 4. Definitely just anytime I can fade them, I'm going to. So we'll watch that, see why it jumped 4 points, and be monitoring that. Otherwise, might be on the Nuggets on that one, but we need to watch that closer to time. I don't know why that jumped 4 points. So definitely concerning there.
There you go here from Chris. Let me update you on Cleveland, Portland injuries here. Garland, Mobley, Strus are out. Porter, questionable. The trade pieces that going over to Cavaliers, Keon Ellis and Dennis Schroeder, they get those 2 players, and DeAndre Hunter goes over to Sacramento. Though Ellis and Schroeder show up as questionable on the injury report, so we'll see what that goes on there. And for Portland, Scoot, Holiday, Murray, and Dybul out for Portland. Avia, Wesley, Williams, questionable. We go over to El Ninos.
Yeah, I'm going to look at this total here. I expect Jokic and Murray to play for the Nuggets. I'm just going off what I'm reading. Looks like they're probable. Don't see a reason for them to miss this one. Kind of got to like the value on the points now too, I guess. But definitely looking at this total to go over here with the Nuggets 30 and 19 to the over. And that includes a little stretch without Jokic. As you mentioned, he got 24 minutes in his last one. I expect him to get a few more here. So should help us get over this total.
There we go with El Ninos. It's on over to Solo.
Yeah, Thunder and the Nuggets. I really was on Denver. Line's got a little too much movement for me. Probably scared me off of this game. Like I said, don't ever remember Joker get 8.5 points at home. I understand it's the world champs. I feel like they're begging you to take Denver. I would probably take OKC if I was playing the game at this time. Probably going to pass. I like the way the Cavs been playing ball. I know Portland's at home, but I think they're banged up. Then Cleveland finally turned the corner. Playing with a little, they're not playing with the same pace as last year. Obviously, Garland's out, but they have some players. They have some athleticism. I like the guard Tyson. I like Mitchell, obviously. I think they'll control the paint. I think the Cavs pull away second half, late with Cleveland.
There we go. Here was Solo. Tell what I think I'm here about some of these games. Yeah, I agree with Cleveland here. I think they've kind of flipped the switch on here to get things rolling here. I'll look at them in this spot here, getting the 2.5. The shooting has been down for Portland over the past 2 weeks, just over 44%, 32% from three. Cleveland has won 5 of 6 with really good defense. Portland has dropped 4 straight with poor shooting. I'll look at Cleveland in this one. Yeah, I'm just going to give me the extra points here with Denver here. With the plus almost 8 from the 4.5. And when I hit the video yesterday, it was at 5. And now we're seeing 8.5s now pop up DraftKings. So that's a big movement there. Interesting to note here. Is it some syndicate that's on them? I don't know what it is. I'm still going to refresh the injury report again. It's still early in the morning. Maybe there's some news out there on these guys. I don't know. But
Something happened.
Something happened. Let me type in Jokic. Maybe something hit the screen here that we don't know. Let's see here. Jokic. Well, nope. Still nothing. Let's see. The latest report came 2 hours, but nothing noted here about Jokic here playing. Let's see. Jokic playing Sunday. Let's see what the story is here.
I ain't gonna fight my blessing. I'll just take the points. It sounds a little tricky.
Sometimes these early mornings, it's Sunday, it's weekends, maybe the guys are. Nope. Jokic is expected to play for the Nuggets here. AI. This is AI reporting here. AI is saying that he's expected to play for the Nuggets against OKC today. There. So, all right. Sports Illustrated got it 2 hours ago with a report saying expected to play. So, but that's still, that 2 hours is a lifetime in this sport. So we'll see what happens here. Yep. So we'll see how that goes. Maybe the minutes restrictions, what people worried about, only 25 minutes instead of the usual 38. So maybe those computer nerds adjusted their models a little bit. So, there's some value here on OKC if Jokic doesn't play his average minutes. That's all I can figure there. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show. Turn our attention here to college hoops as we just saw money on the Magic. That one's down to 5 now in that one. All right, let's go over to college hoops for today. And we've got, like we always do, we do it in 2 blocks here. So kind of a choppy card today. We'll cover the games here at noon in block 1 and include the games at, let's see here. We'll include the games here at, include the games at 1 Eastern time. That'll be our cutoff here. Is there enough game? Yeah, there's enough games to do that. Okay, so we'll cover the games at noon, include the 1 p.m. Eastern time. And, of course, the big ones here is Alabama, Florida there. Florida's catapulted up to a 9-point favorite then from an overnight. I think it was 7.5. That one has moved considerably there. Purdue, Maryland. Purdue 15.5 on the road against this Maryland squad. There we go. Rhode Island, Duquesne is your opener today. Duquesne laying 3. So block 1, we go over to Chris.
Yeah, only one I'm looking at this. A couple I'm looking at. Bama, Florida. Yeah, the line's gone up there. Just going to lay it with Florida. I think I had it 7.5 last night. Gone up definitely, but still think Florida can get it done there. But also like the over. I know it's 175. We know both these teams can get back and forth. So lean to Florida, lean to the over in that one. Another one, looking at Chattanooga, Furman. Give me Furman. I know it's 8.5 there, but Furman blew them out on the 7th of January. Chattanooga's not good with revenge. In that, I know that's an angle I look at with college. So just give me Furman with the 8.5 there.
There we go with Chris on over to El Ninos.
Yeah, the last 9 meetings between Florida and Alabama have gone over the total, so I'm right there with you on that over in that one. And another one I kind of looked at here, not too much for me today in college basketball, but a small lean to Rhode Island there over Duquesne. Again, putting up the better numbers maybe is Duquesne, but Rhode Island has traveled pretty well, going 4-2 on the road. And I think they come out here and get the job done. So I like them to win this one outright, but you can grab the 2.5 if you want.
There we go with Al Ninos on over to Solo.
Yeah, 100%. Me and Al, we riding shotgun. Give me Rhode Island. I like Archie Miller. It's a better coach. has good guards. They attack downhill. They control the paint. Duquesne has decent size, but I'm not really a fan of what's the name? Drew Joyce, whatever, LeBron homeboy. Kind of slower pace. I think he's just out of his league. I just think Archie's just a far better coach, far more experienced. I think they'll break down the X's and O's. I think they'll pull away. I think Rhode Island's live. You guys take the points. I'm on the money line. And honestly, I actually don't believe in Purdue, but Maryland can't score. It's a tricky game. I'm going to take this total under.
There we go. From Solo here, tell you what I think about these games. Just one in this block for me here, as most of my stuff is after two. I looked at Florida here. Gators have covered 6 of 7 with good shooting. Crimson Tide has failed to cover 4 of 6. Poor shooting is the issue here. Alabama 8th in effective field goal shooting in the SEC, just 33% from 3, 75% on the line. They struggle on the glass on both ends, but Florida number 1 in both offensive and defensive efficiency against the SEC. Strong work on the glass, strong work inside. I can only look at Florida in that spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show, closing out college basketball here with our final block. In our final block, we're going to cover games at 2 p.m. Eastern and include the 8 Eastern in this block. And in this block, the notable games would include TCU, Colorado. TCU, a 1.5-point favorite on the road in that one. Wichita State, Tulsa having a good year, 7.5 at home in that one. Also here, we've got Tulane, Memphis laying 9 at home here in this one. Northern Kentucky, Oakland. This is a pretty good one in the Horizon. The two of the top teams in the Horizon meeting up here. And Oakland opened 7.5 down to 5.5 in that one against Northern Kentucky. Illinois, Nebraska is your massive game here in the second block. Nebraska 2 at home. We're seeing 1.5s pop up in this one. A little money on Illinois. Total 151. We close it out with Iowa and a nightmare year for Oregon. It's been a nightmare this year. Iowa 10.5 on the road at Oregon. My goodness. We go over to Chris.
Yeah, look at this Iowa State Kansas game. Give me Iowa State there. Kansas State just not covering anything, and Iowa State has covered. The last 3 big spreads: 14.5, 10.5, 17.5. So I think they come into Kansas State and get it done today. So I'll take them. And then yeah, that's a lot for Iowa there. But yeah, Oregon having a rough one. So I'll lean Iowa in that one. I've got 9.5 right now on DraftKings, so I'll take it with them.
There we go here from Chris on over to El Ninos.
Yeah, got a small lean here on Wright State to go and get the job done there over Green Bay. Not as good as the last road team we looked at, just 5-4 on the road, but playing some solid defense. So I think that travels well. And as long as they take care of the ball, they should be able to get the job done in that one. And looked at another total here between Illinois and Nebraska. Illinois coming in 13-8 to the under. And now Nebraska did start the season on fire from deep, but I think they've cooled down a little bit lately and are 15-6 to the under. 2 teams that play at a pretty slow pace. So I'll take this one to stay under the total.
There we go with Al Nina. It's on over to Solo.
TCU and Colorado. TCU hasn't had as many road games as I expected, but they've been solid on the road. Colorado's coming off some tough losses last week. I feel like the wheels are kind of coming off the bus, but they can score. They get up and down. They have good depth. This crowd is kind of rocking. I think this total goes over 153.5. And one more I was looking at. Coastal Carolina and ULM. ULM showing a little fight. They're not going to win any games, but I want to say over the last, 10 games, they probably covered like 8. Kiefer Shard is finding a little something. These guys are playing for them. They've been home for the last whole snowstorm. They haven't traveled in like 10 days. I think they'll find a way to sneak in the back door on Coastal Carolina.
Hey, I think they're back home. Yeah, they played at Grambling, I think, on Friday. I think it was.
Yeah, that's only 20 minutes away.
Yeah, it's not too far away, but they've been back. Yeah, they had an issue with power over there. Yeah, I look at Wright State. They've been playing very well here this year. Boy, the Gottlieb and Green Bay here, 9th in defensive efficiency. They don't force turnovers. They don't defend the 3 very well, and they turn the ball over offensively there. But Wright State, 1st in defensive efficiency in the Horizon, defend the 3, defend the 2s very well. They are 2nd in offensive efficiency. Hit 3s, 59% from 2-point distance. They make their free throws. I'll look at the Raiders here to get it done and cover that game. Also, I'm going to look at Fairfield against Quinnipiac here. Fairfield is 4th in offensive efficiency in the Metro Atlantic. Secure the basketball. They rebound and defend in the conference and forcing turnovers well. Quinnipiac, a very poor 2-point shooting team and poor at the free throw line and poor from defending the 3-point line this year. The Bobcats have failed to cover 5 of 6. So I'll look here at Fairfield in that one. Boy, I don't know. I don't know how that Penn State has yet to win a game in conference. Is this the game? No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. I'll take Minnesota. Minnesota lay that short number here. It's been a rough year for the Golden Gophers, just in the better offensive defensive form coming in, and they do have a road win at Northwestern. Do these Golden Gophers picking up 3 wins in conference play, but Penn State they made their other goose egg this year, unfortunately, in conference play there, unless Rutgers can't shoot a basketball. I will see. I'll look at Tulane here plus the points here. Tigers have failed to cover 6 of 9. Again, it's an issue here with the free throw shooting, and of course Memphis. They just turned the ball way too much too late. This type of number with them. That's been the issue with Penny. There is ball security with his teams. They defend pretty well, but the ball security and free throw shooting has been lacking here. Green Wave defends the 3-point line very well. They force turnovers. So I'll look at the Green Wave with all those points. I don't want Milwaukee. Give me Cleveland State here. This Milwaukee team is last in offensive efficiency. They can't shoot from 3, can't make their free throws. They don't force turnovers. Cleveland State here has covered 3 straight with really great shooting. This is a team that's kind of turned around their form here. The numbers don't look good, win-loss, but over the past 3, they're playing pretty good right now. So I'll look at Cleveland State in that spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Sixer Morning Show as we continue on. Yeah, a lot of these small conference teams, Tulsa, Minnesota.
I like Wofford, too. I think they can shoot the ball. I think they shoot free throws, play a little defense. I think they live today versus, was that East Tennessee?
East Tennessee. State? Yeah, East Tennessee State. Yeah, that one I almost make that a play on my card here with Wofford. That just was the one that just missed there. But I looked at them. I just respected East Tennessee State. I can't remember what the numbers, but their numbers have been pretty sharp here. These are might be two of the top teams. But Wofford had an awful start to the season. I remember in the non-conference, they were getting smashed. That's what kind of scared me off of them because I played them a few times early in the non-conference, and man, they got smashed up a little bit. But again, sometimes these teams just wake up in conference play. We see that all the time. All right, we got through the college hoops. We move on over to the NHL. Got a 3-game card, so we'll ask guys. We'll ask Chris start us off here. Guess what you got in hockey today?
Short card. I'll give you one that didn't make the hit list. We'll go with Darren Radish of the Lightning to get us a goal on that. So not much into it since there's just 3 games.
And with Chris on over down Nitos.
Yeah, not too much. Just gonna take some small shots here on some dogs. Again, just think we got some overpriced favorites here. Carolina, the better team. Both teams coming in on the back-to-back here. Just not rushing to lay all this juice, though, with Hurricane. So I would take a small shot with the Kings there. Same thing here. I think the Lightning way overpriced. Still missing a couple big pieces. And the Bruins been playing some good hockey, so I'd take a small shot here. This one's been playing outdoors in Tampa. Yeah, who would have thought you'd see outdoor hockey in Tampa? Also, you got to think that Boston probably more sounds like they'd be more familiar with outdoor hockey than Tampa, right? But anyway.
Great timing, right, with the weather, right?
Yeah, no, exactly. Yes, this it's been freezing out here, so I think we got record lows today in Tampa, so –
Wow, what luck for the NHL. They always worried about the ice was gonna melt over there, but you got freezing temperatures in Florida. Who would have thought?
Oh yeah, it's been cold. It's been cold for sure. And it should be a fun one. Might end up going to check it out. Again, not a big fan of the cold, but they usually keep these hockey stadiums pretty cold either anyway. But anyways, this one should be a fun one. Definitely one to watch. Again, if I can't make it in person, would like to watch it on TV at least. And then again, a lot of that value is gone on the Ducks, but not that they had too much value to begin with. But I think that's a spot where I would take a shot on the Ducks in this one. The Knights playing back-to-back here. They got the Ducks have the rest and home ice advantage. Still getting even money on them, so don't have to lay any juice with them. And, yeah, I'd take a small shot with the advantages there.
This will be played. The Tampa game will be played in the football stadium here at Raymond James Stadium. Bring your binoculars, man. I remember when they did the Dodger game. I know when they brought the Dodger game, they did not like some of the. It's hard to watch the game. You know, I mean, it's good
I think they got the ice rink diagonally there on the field. I think I saw a shot of that. It looks kind of funky, but yeah, I don't know how it'd be watching it from the stands. Make sure you got the better seats, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if there are better seats over there. I mean, it's unless you get the ones that are those bleachers that are right by the glass. Because I remember when they did here at Dodger Stadium, people were all excited because the Kings were successful teams, Stanley Cup teams and stuff. But man, some of the viewing angles and it was very tough to follow the games. People are watching the scoreboard, but again, it's a good experience to get out there and check it out. All right, we got you through the hockey. Now it's time for our parlay purple segment where our cappers give it a parlay, team player prop, game of the future. They make the call on this one. We start with Chris.
I'll give you a three-teamer here. We'll take the points with the Bulls, points with Orlando, and points with the Wizards. And then I'll give you a couple of player props that I'm following here. I've got data for it. It is very much a long shot, so tread very lightly. But give me Bam Adebayo for first basket, person to make the basket, and then give me Victor Wembanyama to score the first basket for the Spurs there. Like I said, I'm trending that data right now, so tread lightly, but it is something I've got data on, so it should be interesting to see how it works.
There we go with Chris. Move on over to El Ninos.
Yeah, kind of like the Bulls and which one was the other one that Chris mentioned? The Magic as well, but let me try to give you guys a different look here. I'll go with the over in the Lakers game, the over in the Nuggets game, and we'll go with I got to go with the Magic here.
There we go with El Ninos on over to Solo.
We're gonna go ULM plus 9.5, Wofford money line, Rhode Island money line.
Here we go here from Solo. And what I'll go here is I'll go with the Magic plus the points with the Cleveland Cavaliers laying it. And I'll take, give me the Denver Nuggets here with all those points here in that one here. Let me take a look here. Just refresh the screen to see if there's any additions or subtractions here. And there aren't any. Our Gordon, Johnson out, Brown doubtful, Jokic, Murray are both probable. So what's the story on Murray? Let's see. Murray's on there. Let's see what it says here. We looked at Jokic, but we forgot Murray's the guy that's been stirring the drink with Jokic out. And then hamstring probable once again, just par for the course. He's been playing through it. So we'll see what happens there. Let's see if it's a front end of a back-to-back. It's always something to consider. It is not a front end of the back-to-back. These teams are not in action tomorrow. So we'll see what the story goes there with this game. Yeah, very, very, very puzzling here this early hour to see these. Well, again, there's no football, right? So these games, there's going to be more action now in hoops, especially in a game like this, which is high profile. So some of those modelers might have saw something. Maybe they looked into the situation there with the minutes restriction on Jokic. We tweaked their models to reflect 25 minutes instead of 38 minutes. All right. We got you through our parlay purple segment. Now it's time to see what our cappers have for sale over at Tony's Picks. Of course, you'll find our best bets over at Tony's Picks, where we have our best bets. Our premium plays are up there. Full leaderboard showcasing top performance with all documented records and write-ups on all of our picks. Matter of fact, you can check the write-ups on all games that have gone final. So if you want to research your capper, you can go in there and check out all the write-ups on every play that's up on this that they have posted as premiums. So let's get started here. Let's see what Chris has for sale over at Tony's Picks for today's card. Chris, what you got?
Kept it light so far today, waiting on some information on a few things. But right now, I've got you a best bet in the NBA. That's all I've got today. I did fire about 4 yesterday, so it went light today. We are watching some things to watch for that late steam action if you're on with me long term. 2-for-1 capper. You guys see who's on here, who's giving out the picks, who's doing well. So pair us up. Let us go to work for you on that. And then hop also to the long term there. We still got college basketball. I cover the SEC there like I did yesterday. NBA covering that. Thankfully, baseball will be back sooner than later. So I got you all that. I will have your Super Bowl pick here shortly. I'm watching for some numbers there. But hop also the long term there if you want to. Use the promo code Tony T at checkout. Save you the 15% off of everything. And we're just going to try to do well in the month of February.
That's right, guys. Got to work with Chris over at Tony's Picks there. You can see the NBA best bet up there, profit guarantee. That means the most in our profit amount purchase will be credited back to your account for site crits. That's profit guarantee. You'll get on board with Chris over at Tony's Picks. Long-term scripts is also available, so get on board. All right, let's take a look, see what El Ninos has got for sale today over at Tony's Picks. El Ninos put together a great year up on the board, as you can see, for the year, 581 units of profit document over at Tony's Picks. So what you got for sale today, El?
Yeah, I gave back a couple units over the last couple of days, but looking for a big bounce back. As I said, probably definitely love this play in the NBA for sure. So definitely looking forward to it. If you want to check that out, if not, grab one of those long-term 2-for-1 capper passes. I already got that Super Bowl play loaded up, and you'll get all the Steam plays emailed right to you.
Very good. Get on board with Downey. Over at Tony's Pick Super Bowl Sunday play up there right now. Sunday alley oop on the board. Of course, your long-term subscription is the way to go. And of course, our member plays are in the system by 11 a.m. Eastern time, but we continue to handicap throughout the day and night. Looking for those late Steam plays. And anytime we put a play in between 10 minutes and 2 hours for game time, those are emailed right to your inbox using the email you use when you sign up for the service. Because we'll get on board with late Steam on all long-term subscriptions as well as all props. We got all automated props here for our cappers, and they're all automatic grading as well on all of the major props here from the NFL, from NBA, and from the NHL. So get on board long-term subscriptions. All right, let's take a look, see what's rolling here with Solo. Solo having a great year in college hoops for this year in 2026. Solo hitting the leaderboards. Solo, what do you got for sale today?
I got I'm probably gonna add some late steam on one college basketball play. I really like two plays. I was trying to wait on for last minute information. Look like these lines are gonna stay the same, so we're gonna fire. So I got a 3-pack NBA and I got a best bet NBA. Kind of light today. I like the card heading out throughout the week. Obviously got Super Bowl coming up. College basketball we firing. I think I'm down about 5-6 units NBA. Got to find it's 1 or 2 good days. We'll get out the hole. We'll get in the green. We'll take off. So sign up with me short term, long term. Depending with your favorite capper, depending with the hottest capper. Make sure you use that 15% code. Don't parlay. Let's get to the bank.
That's right. Solo ready to roll here with the 3-pack here up on the board in NBA, as well as the best bet. So get on board with Solo over at Tony's Picks. Remember, the long-term subscription is the way to go. Profit guaranteed on these 3-packs. So get on board and use that promo code TonyT to save you that 15%. You can also opt for the 2-for-1 cap promotion. Buy one, get the other at 50% off by just selecting the cappers of your choice here, right here. As you can see, you can select Solo and then select your second capper there with the 2-for-1 capper promotion.
I see Bo over there rolling too. Bo came back hot.
Bo came back red hot. Bo's back's been cranking up there on the leaderboards. You can check him out there. So get on board. All right, guys. I have a best bet on the board right now here from college basketball and the NBA. I have 2 premiums for you today. So get on board with me over at Tony's Picks. Remember the promo code TonyT, save you that 15% off there. All right, guys, we're with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. It is the Tony Hicks Morning Show. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Greatly appreciate that. Really helps us build up our audience when you do that. Of course, you guys can visit our YouTube channel. A lot of great content up there. As you land on our page, you'll see all of our live streams. Also, our live shows, including Night Moves here with Ramon and DeAndre, 3 a.m. Eastern time. Complete rundown on all the games, long form style, kind of sports talk meets sports betting on the Night Moves show. So if you like the long format, there you go with Night Moves. Of course, our morning show up there as well. We got also live shows, including the Look Ahead show with Alessandro. Get ahead of the line moves with the Look Ahead show, midnight Eastern time. All of our live shows are chat interactive with you folks in the chat. Also, our daily happy hour here, Monday through Friday at 5 Eastern time with Rod. Daily Dangle comes back after the Olympic break. And, of course, all of our playlists, including my compilation videos, are up for you right now, as well as props from Chris. We got Chris here with the hit list. Also a prop here from Kevin Thomas and Bo coming in with his plays as well. So check it out here on the Tony's YouTube channel. Playlist including NBA, including college hoops as well. So lots of great content here on the Tony Speaks YouTube channel. College basketball up there for you right now. NHL. Ramon did a complete breakdown on these NHL games for you, as well as Chris's hit list. Fight picks. When we got fights, well, we had a big fight card, and of course, Alessandro with boxing and UFC up there. So check those out during the fights, videos and shorts and more. Great content up here over on the channel. Of course, Chris, your hit list here has been a big hit on the channel.
It's been pretty popular. Had a lot of response last couple of days. Appreciate everybody on that. Try to get back to you as quick as I can. I do have the script wrote up and plays ready to go for the NFL Super Bowl hit list there. Just haven't filmed that video yet. But you got 3 goal scorers on the hit list today for NHL. Once NHL takes a break, we will dive into some basketball. Like I said earlier, be careful with those first basket ones. That's a one and done. Somebody could get fouled immediately, whatever. So tread lightly with those. But I do have data. So like I tell you guys every morning, as long as I've got data, you guys will have a video. You guys will have picks on that. So yeah, just ready for the Super Bowl video. I'm about to probably film that today. So you have the hit list out there to be closer to time. But yeah, just to appreciate everybody's support and comments back and forth. And I like to see what you guys take as well. So keep those coming. Make sure you like, subscribe to all the content on there. Everybody's got some great content out there. So make sure you're supporting the channel. We appreciate you. And we're just going to keep putting it out.
Very good, guys. Check out
We hit that
Chris's.
huge prop last year, Chris.
What's that?
We hit that huge Super Bowl prop last year. Wasn't it plus 4,000?
I think so. Yeah.
Cooper Cup interception return.
Nice.
Yeah.
Look out.
I've definitely got some in store here. I don't know if we're going to hit something 4,000, but I've got all week to look at that. So we'll see. Let's do that again.
Yeah, so a big one there with Chris's hit list. Look for that Super Bowl hit list prop coming up here from Chris. So we see on some of the live shows here in the morning, and we catch on some of the ones throughout the afternoon.
Yeah, for a lot of time I was doing some training. I'm into the guns and all that too. Tapped in with the government and all that. But I'm on the West Coast right now. Got out the snow, so I'm gonna be in Cali for the next 3-4 weeks. So I'm gonna have a little more time. Gonna be popping on the morning show, so you guys will see me. Let's fire. Let's make some money.
Yeah, get out of that bad weather there. Solo got the West Coast there. Drew the good straw there. Of course, El Nino's catch you here, born here, pretty much fixed here in the mornings on the live show.
Yeah, definitely been mostly morning shows for me. So keep tuning in and make sure you check out all the other great content. Tons of stuff over there on Tony Spick's YouTube channel.
Yeah, a lot of great content, guys. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. We're ready to roll here with this card here for you guys on on the Sunday card. Of course, don't forget to visit our site tonyspeaks.com to get our best bets and our premiums there as we're ready to roll here with this big Saturday card here at tonyspeaks.com. And of course, our YouTube channel. Like, subscribe, greatly appreciate that. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Eric Acevedo with your picks up there today. Cow Dog, have a great week. Hope the weather warms up over there as well. Ron Hahn, get back on your feet. We got you on the crutches from the bed to the crutches. So let's roll it here, guys. Happy hour here today. Of course, appreciate Kenneth in there as well. Mendigo, Generational Wealth Parlay. There you go. Mendigo. All right. That's going to do it. Ron Hahn, Road to Recovery here. We're tracking it day by day, minute by minute. All right. That's going to do it for the show, guys. Any closing thoughts from you guys before we close it out?
Make it a winning day.
Let's make it a winning, guys. Going to wake up out of guys. You guys make it a winning one. We're back tomorrow here on the Tony Speaks.